This week on the Greg Stewart Show, what do you do if you met the person of your dreams? If they promised you the world, if they showed you things that really confirms what they're saying, they're stable, they love me, there's variety, there's connection, and they want to marry me. And so you go through with this. You're like, I'm going to marry you. And then you get pregnant. And then you find out that everything they told you was a lie. This is what happens to Rosalia. Tune in to the Greg Stewart Show and find out, how does Rosalia cope? How does she deal? How does she begin to find her identity when she's going through a con man? Coming up on the Greg Stewart Show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Greg Stewart Show. Today, we have an amazing show in reference to someone's relationship where they feel that they may have involved themselves with is a deadbeat. And we'll get into what is a deadbeat. A deadbeat is someone that doesn't want to take responsibility for the relationship, as well as other things that float around the relationship. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, if you can, please subscribe, comment, and share these podcasts. They help a lot of people. They go a long way. And we also appreciate you for the growth of the podcast. So without further ado, I want to get into this one lady who I've been working with as of late, but I want to give you some insight as well in case any of you are going through this. So I'm going to read to you what Rosalia is going through. Rosalia connected with me a while back, and this is what she had written in reference to her medical history form. I am a 30-year-old woman. I met my husband who is 44. He is 14 years older than me. When he married me, I was pregnant with our first child. And later in marriage, I found out that he is still married to one woman. He told me they are still processing the divorce. Until now, the woman still uses his surname. But it's been that long, we have 2 kids. There has been lies in this marriage. Currently, I am making more money than he is, but he doesn't want to support the family because of this. I do all the daily expenses, anything that we want to do, all comes from my pocket. He doesn't do anything for me, and as of late, my job has increased its duties and my income to where I can make even more for the family, but I would have to relocate, which I did, and gave him the opportunity to float back and forth as well, but I'll have the children. He was totally fine with this, totally comfortable. Since this, and I've been living about 5 hours away, he hasn't hardly come to visit the kids as well as myself, but he did say that as of late, I have come up and made a great deal, and we're in a great position financially to afford this, but I need you to send me thousands of dollars to make this happen because I'm getting a property that's worth much more than it should be, and I'm getting it for nothing. I feel he is lying. How could he be buying properties? And he sent me forms that I believe are fake. I am looking into this now, where he doesn't even support his family financially at all. He's putting everything in debt, including our house back there where I'm renting, where I am at this time. This saddens me because he is much older than me, and I thought he would be much wiser, but it seems that his behaviors are more of someone who is a hustler than a husband. Please help me with this. I am very disappointed, and I feel mostly disappointed for my children who are suffering from where is my dad? And a man who does not want to also break away from his ex by completely stating again the divorce is still not finalized. What could this woman have hanging over him? And I thought it was illegal to be married to 2 women at once. Please help. And this is what I received from Rosalia. So I'm going to tell you what I told Rosalia. Now, I have notes here that I told her about. There's so many, but if someone is going through this, I would definitely want to have you utilize these notes as well. The first thing I want to connect on is reflection. Reflect on who you are, because you have become a behavior opposed to your identity. You put trust in your marriage. You gave this person two wonderful children, including yourself, and now you're getting nothing but lies. So I want you to reflect on yourself. I want you to stop, take a step back from your life, and allow yourself just to breathe. This is a way you can start to reflect. Look, identify yourself without judgment, because that's what happens. Am I a bad person? Do I deserve this? Maybe I should, stick around. He did love me once. He could love me again. Learn to identify yourself. Get perspective of loving you. Listen to your feelings is the third thing. So we have stop, look, and listen to yourself. Listen to your feelings. Your body will let you know if this is normal or not. If you're in constant doubt and he's giving you constant reflection of doubt, well, then you're going to know that your feelings are right. And you want to process these feelings not into painful things towards yourself, but into actions of help. So, how can I utilize these feelings to help me from a logical sense and use the emotion to benefit from? Then you can begin to act. Identify the steps that you need so you can have your truth within. So you can have the truth that you need within yourself, because you know that something is not connecting to you. Now, understand. Understanding yourself, accepting who you are once you figure this out. Who am I? What do I want? And that's the key thing, because what do we know so far? And we're going to go back to my notes. We know when someone's lying to us. You learn their patterns. You've been around this person long enough to realize I'm being lied to. And this doesn't matter the gender, this is for any gender. But you know these feelings, you know these examples that you're getting. So now that you've identified this, now it's time to understand and accept who you are at that present moment from breaking this down. As you acknowledge who you are, then you're going to go into defining your truth. And your truth comes down to when you write it, you invite it. When you live in your head, you're dead. So you need to journal. You need to write these things down. Don't just talk to people in your life. Oh, you should do this. Come up with a logical decision. Think about it this way. You're a businesswoman, and anyone else that's going through this, you're in business of yourself. Emotional currency. The investment is within you. You wouldn't hire someone that is not part of the management team of your business. For instance, if you owned a restaurant and it was successful and your manager was leaving, you need to fill that position. So you wouldn't hire a TV repairman to replace the manager of your restaurant. So you know that your relationship is an investment, so you want it to excel in the future. You know now this woman, Rosalia, is not excelling the way she wants to. So define yourself with truth. This manager has given me nothing but grief. Define your truth. And then once you feel that, once you empowered yourself, because again, the benefit is you. And the benefit, remember, is your children. There's your investment. So do you want a manager where they can model bad things so that this can be a norm for them? So this can be the thing that they become? So define your truth. Once you have your truth, this is where you speak it loudly. This is where you use empowerment. This is where you use affirmation. And notice my energy, the way I'm saying it to you. You don't want to just say it. You want to feel it and express it, because if you just make it words, that's all it is. You have to put your words into action in order for you to become the best person, the best emotional, logical, identifying person, not a behavior that you were, but who you are meant to be. Once you do this, then you could be honest and name your feelings. Don't just say, I am sad. And if you do have to still reference, I am sad, I am depressed, change your story. Change your story to a point that sadness. Don't say don't own it. So there's a feeling of sadness, but I needed that to realize who I am now. And you have to utilize the word now. Think about it like this. If a salesperson wants you to buy a car, Okay, he doesn't say, come back next week and I'll have this model, or buy this next week, or buy this in a month. They always emphasize to get the sale now. Now this car is for you. Imagine now looking at yourself driving down the road out of this lot, and feel how good that feels. They're referencing your feeling, how amazing you feel. They're giving you a picture. Picture yourself now, not tomorrow, not the week after, or so on. You have to be more open and honest with yourself of your identity. Once you do that, then you put it into practice. You do things for empowerment. You do things to strengthen yourself. You do things to connect your identity back. You're practically living away anyway. He probably calls you just to make sure he can keep you on hold, to keep you on hanging, utilizing the children. How are they this? Oh, do you want to talk to them? No, no, no. I just wanted to make sure, no, I love you. No, I'm missing you. To keep that line from keep stretching out into the pond, giving you the bait. Focus on your personal empowerment, no matter who you are. Okay. Once you do that and you focus on being real, then you will feel right and you will connect on that, and you will stop managing his feelings and thinking of him and your children's feelings and focusing on your feelings. This will make you stronger. This will make you powerful. And if you're worried about the children's feelings, they'll mirror you, opposed to seeing the pain and suffering that you are, because you have to honor yourself. That's the key thing here. You must honor yourself. And to do that, you have to be committed to you. In order to be committed to anything else, you have to commit to you. And how you do that is by being honest with yourself. And be aware of things that you've avoided. If you're avoiding something because you're afraid, well, I'm going to argue with him, it's not going to change anything. You've now noticed the pattern. You notice who he is, Rosalia. So at this point, now, rather than going there and connecting and avoiding him because you're afraid to hurt him, no. Look at, well, so do I not argue with him? What you do is you look at resources of the possibility of change, of change. And by doing this, if he is a man of honor, if he is a man of his word, if he's not a liar, as you change for the better, which you have, you've increased in scale in business. And what did he do? He's taking advantage of that. You're paying all the bills. You're putting food in his mouth. He's not the authority figure. You are the authority figure. And now he's taking advantage of it. So you want to progress in a way to see how you can excel for you. God forbid, I hate to say it, your future with him goes a different direction, that it's just divorced, that it's just separated. You have to start picturing yourself, because of the investment that you have in your management team that you know you can rely on, your children and their future. So we want to go with that. Remember, your partnership with them is your emotion. So now give yourself permission to speak from a place from your heart. Be candid how you feel, and take time to reflect on what truly matters, which is the things that you do have that's concrete in your life right now. This is what I want you to connect on. This is what I want you to feel. And anyone that's going through this, because again, this person, you've seen their patterns. They're not changing. They're not going to, because we only change in this world for two things and two things only: to get out of pain or to get into some form of pleasure. He has no reason to change. He has everything and he thinks he's in control. He's benefiting. There is no reason for him to make a shift. Sure, he might be good for a week. Sure, he might be good for 2 weeks, but he's going to bounce back to his way. He might come back up for a few visits, but you have to get your things in order, and don't let the mirage of a disillusion or illusion that this is who he is. It's just, again, to keep the bait going, to give the fake papers, to do this. Like you said, he can't even be responsible to see the children, to have a relationship with me, but he could sure as hell have a wonderful relationship with my money. So you want to think of that. You want to feel that. You want to connect with that. And you want to feel it passionately with the notes. And this is what I gave Rosalia. This is what I told her. And she's been excelling since. And there's more notations. There's more connections, that if you need more, if you yourself are going through this right now, comment. Let us know here. Email. Take a look at the email here. Write us, connect us. Let's get you feeling your identity. That's what these podcasts are for. That's what this is, to get your empowerment no matter what gender you are. This is not singling out men. This is not singling out women or anyone else of any sort in this world. The key thing is, though, why we do this is to connect your identity back, to not let someone take advantage of you, because the man is married. He's staying there for some benefit too. Does that person even know that you are even in existence or have his children? You thought marrying an older man, it would be more balanced, more comfort, because I had the young bucks or people my age, and it didn't work out, right, Rosalia? That's what you told me. It didn't work out. So he's 44, you're 30, 14 years difference. And wow, he's a con man. That's what he is. That's what he is. What does a con man stand for? The reason why that term even exists is because it's a man that displays confidence in betraying people, hence the con out of confidence, con man. So I want you to feel that. I want you to connect on that. And if this was helpful for you and you want more information of finding your personal truth within yourself, again, email us, write us if you want to be on the show. We love to have you on the show. Remember, we can blur your face, we could change your voice, but your words also, by being on the show, help other people to say, this is really going down. This is really happening. I want to help. I want to help people and tell them my story. Write it in. Connect like Rosalia did. Be a part of this show and help us to continue to grow by subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm Greg Stewart. This is the Greg Stewart Show. I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to hearing from you and for you also to continue to tune in on other shows. So until next time, have a great day or evening, wherever you are.